Good morning, everyone. I hope this day finds you well and doing okay. And as we endeavor to engage in the thoughts of this day, first of all, let me remind you that it is a great day to be alive. It is a once in a lifetime day. Once it's gone, you'll never see it back. You'll never get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things you should have done this day that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So, whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. It's time to rise and shine, Montgomery. That's right. Welcome to Decisions. Why do we call it that? Because everything you do requires you to make a decision. And even if you don't make a decision, well, you just did. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine.
We change the world and history right here where we're from. It's new beginning to you and me, cause we're not done. In our city, in our city, in our city, we're not done. I appreciate that.
Well, it's time to rise and shine, Montgomery, Alabama. It's the day above ground, and the ground's not above you. I'm feeling pretty good this morning, and like I do every morning, I thank God for each and every day that I arrive. Because last night, somebody went to bed. They didn't get up. Thank you. Well, it's another day of communication, another day of conversation, another day of talking about the things that are important to you, even if they're not important to everybody. If it's important to you, then it's important. Okay? Maybe not that important, but it is important to you. Well, we're going to talk about today some kind of way. You know what? Good morning to you. Next up, it is our daily bread, which is a word from on high, so we can try to get our mind right, if you know what I mean. All right? So hang loose. We'll be back.
Hello, thanks for joining us for Our Daily Bread. Your host is Les Lamborn.
Have you heard the stones cry out? Julie Ackerman Link has written today's meditation titled Stones Cry Out. Every year it seems that Christmas becomes more and more commercialized. Even in nations where the majority of people call themselves Christian, the season has become more about shopping than worshiping. The pressure to buy gifts and plan elaborate parties makes it increasingly difficult to stay focused on the real meaning of the holiday, the birth of Jesus, God's only Son, the Savior of the world. But every holiday I also hear the gospel coming from surprising places, the very places that so commercialize Christmas, shopping malls. When I hear "Joy to the world, the Lord is come, let earth receive her King," ringing from the public address systems, I think of the words Jesus said to the Pharisees, who told him to silence the crowd who were praising him. If they keep quiet, Jesus said, the stones will cry out. At Christmas, we hear stones cry out. Even people spiritually dead sing carols written by Christians long dead, reminding us that no matter how hard people try to squelch the real message of Christmas, they will never succeed. Despite the commercialism that threatens to muddle the message of Christ's birth, God will make his good news known, as far as the curse is found. Luke chapter 19, verses 28 through 38 is the record of Palm Sunday, the week before Christ was crucified. And I'll read from Luke chapter 19, verses 28 through 38. When Jesus had said this, he went on ahead, going up to Jerusalem. And it came to pass, when he came near to Bethpage and Bethany, at the mountain called Olivet, that he sent his 2 disciples, saying, Go into the village opposite you, where, as you enter, you will find a colt tied, on which no one has ever sat. Loose it, and bring it here. And if anyone asks you, Why are you loosing it? Thus you shall say to him, Because the Lord has need of it. So those who were sent went their way, and found it just as he had said to them. But as they were loosing the colt, the owners of it said to them, Why are you loosing the colt? And they said, The Lord has need of him. Then they brought him to Jesus, and they threw their own clothes on the colt, and they set Jesus on him. And as he went, many spread their clothes on the road. Then, as he was drawing near the descent of the Mount of Olives, the whole multitude of the disciples began to rejoice and praise God with a loud voice for all the mighty works they had seen, saying, Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord. Peace in heaven and glory in the highest. Father, we thank you that you use many unusual ways to reach out and to tell others about the saving grace of the Lord Jesus. And I pray that many would come and understand the true meaning of salvation through Christ, your gift to us that we celebrate at Christmas. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. As you think about today's meditation, remember, keeping Christ out of Christmas is as futile as holding back the ocean's tide. We trust that you found help from the reading of today's meditation, and we'd encourage you to tell others about this ministry. You can also check out odb.org for other resources that may be of help to you. Look under the menu items at the top of the page for more helpful information. You'll find devotional materials, listing of our radio and television programs, resources, blogs, and much more. Explore these items for more spiritual help for your life. That's odb.org.
Hello, thanks for joining us for Our Daily Bread. Your host is Les Lamborn.
Have you heard the stones cry?
If you listen close, you'll hear my granddaughter. That's right, the home of Alabama's only United States Army paratrooper on the airway. Oh yeah, that's how we roll. Good morning, Johnny. Alrighty. Okay, that's enough. Okay. You don't. Okay, we love you still, but that's enough. We got you. We got you. Good morning, everybody. I hope this day finds everybody doing well. Yeah, a couple weeks ago they did that out at the McMillan School of the McMillan International Academy, and they teach them about, I don't know, things that they don't teach in regular school. But on this day, on Veterans Day, they happen to Veterans Day celebration. They happen to honor the service members in this community: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. And they surprised me because they actually did a pretty good job of singing that song. So I said, well, I think I'll use them rather than some people I don't know out there, singing it every morning. So my granddaughter and a bunch of other people's kids are out there. They did a wonderful job, as a matter of fact. I'm telling you, I was pleased with them, as a matter of fact. Good morning. Who's these gaming people, man? Hit me up with Discord. Mm-hmm. I'm going to blow up soon. Feel free to reach out in Discord. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Morning, Teresa. Good morning, anybody else? And don't forget our sponsor. Got to tell you about it before we get to anything. One Stop Wireless, which is located at 3445 Atlanta Highway, it's right on the corner of Coliseum Boulevard and Atlanta Highway. So if you have a cell phone, you need a cell phone, you need a good deal on a cell phone, you're tired of your company bending you over and ramming your home, these people don't. They give you a great deal. If you have a phone, no matter who used to have it, there's a good chance they can turn that phone on for you, put it on their service, and you don't have to buy another telephone. But if you do want to buy another telephone, they have telephones there. They got the Google Pixel, they got the Androids, they got the Samsung, they got the Apples, they got everything you want in there. They got cases to go along with them, okay, and things of that nature. They even got wireless internet for your home there, where you can take it with you no matter where you live. It's only $45 a month, but there is a setup fee, which you talk to them about what all that is. But after the setup fee is done, it's $45 a month, and you can take that box with you anywhere because it works on a cellular phone. Works on a cellular phone. Current or whatever you call it, and therefore you can take that anywhere with you. Anywhere in Alabama, you want to take it with you. Whatever, $45 a month, you can't beat that. Okay, and you can put it in the house anywhere you want to put it. You don't have to worry about all these wires all over the place and stuff like that. But go see them, and it's called One Stop Wireless. Okay, 3445 Atlanta Highway, right on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard, right next to the Shell gas station. Tell them you heard about them here. Okay, I'm telling you. But hey, get some of them old phones out your drawer. When you stick it to one phone company and you don't because they stuck it to you. Well, don't worry about it. You can still use their phone. You just can't use it on their network, but you can use it on hers. All right. So they'll let them help you out. They may save you some money by letting you use the phone that you already have rather than buying another one. Okay, I'm just telling because I did it. I did. I had a couple of phones sitting in the drawer, So I said, well, let me see if these phones still work. And I took it down there. They got it on for me, and I'm good to go. Now I'm good to go. As a matter of fact, where's it at? See this right here? This right here was a on somebody else, and I had it put on them, and now it's cheaper for me to have it. Okay, I'm just telling you, you might want to go down there and check with those guys down there. Okay. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope that they find you well. Hope everything is going good. Don't forget our Helping Hands, program, and where we want to we reach out and we try to help somebody this year for Christmas. We're trying to raise $10,000, but if we don't, we'll use what we get. But we are hoping that works out. And the way you can do that, and again, what we do is we take people's submissions, their names, their you give us their people's name. You can't ask for yourself, but you can ask for somebody else. Okay, so you put your name. Now you can reach me out a couple different ways. Well, here, wait a minute. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to send a letter, or it don't have to be a letter. Okay, it can be. Yeah, it does. Yeah. 1917. 17. Mm-hmm. I should have had this in there already, but what can I say? So what you have to do. Okay, here we go. Right there. There we go. Put that right there so you can see. So what you have to do, you got to either send me a letter or whatever, or you can send an email. I'll give you an email. LOJIC 2025 at Gmail. How you spell Gmail? There you go, right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I couldn't spell logic with the other one. So all you have to do is send an email. Now you have to know something about these people that you put them in for this, and the first come first serve, and everything's got to be in by the 15th. Okay, at the end of that day, we will see what we got, and we got a few days left to get some more money, and we'll see who gets it. But if your submission does win something, if we get enough money to give them something, we'll call you and let you know. So make sure that whoever you submit, you put your name and number on the paper, so we know who to contact if we somehow can help you out. Okay, I'm just telling you. So you can send a letter, okay, to right here. Well, that's an email. You can do it. I'm making it easy for you this year. You can send an email to that email address right there. Logic, LOJIC. I know that's not how you spell it, but the G wasn't open. I wasn't the only person using Logic. Okay, so there is LOJIC 2025 at gmail.com. So all I need to know is something about them. You need to put your name on there since you're the one who's submitting the email and stuff like that. You need to put that name on there, and you need to you should put a little donation in there too. Okay, we're not asking for, but that ain't mandatory. We asking like $20 donation from people and stuff like that if you got it. Okay, or again, you can send a letter. But you better send it quick because it's the 10th of the month already. Okay, so you got to send it to 1917 Yancey, apartment 1, and you can they'll put it in the mail for me and we'll get it. Okay, I will call you if your people that you put in are selected. Okay, depending on how many we get. Okay, we got a couple already. So don't waste any time. And what this is for people who never ask for anything. Okay, this is for people who sometimes sit in the house in the cold because they didn't have the money to pay the light bill, or they didn't have the money to pay the gas bill, but they're proud people. Older people are proud people, but you don't have to be older people. We've helped as young as 19 years old. So, and as old as 97. So people, there are people out there though. So no matter how good no matter how bad you have it, good morning, Big Daddy Kane, Big Daddy C-Man. But no matter who you are, no matter what situation you find yourself into, there's always somebody. And the nice thing about what we do is that you don't have to give a lot of money. But if a whole lot of people give a little, well, then that helps a lot. Like my motto has always been, even in business, it's better to get a little all the time than a lot just once. Okay, I'm just telling you. So we don't you don't have to give a whole lot of money, but we would ask you that you give something. And here are the ways that you can help us right here. One Stop Wire. Don't forget One Stop Wireless again. Did I give you that number one more time? Okay, there's the number right there. 320-2988. Okay. All right. So I'm just saying. So anyway, so let me get on some. Okay, but here's how you can help with our awards. The Helping Hands Award 2025 awards this year. You can go to GoFundMe and you can find Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award and put whatever you want to put in there. Okay, we are asking at least for $20 though. If you can help us, that'll be fine. And if you only got 10, we'll take the 10. If you only got 5, we'll take the 5. So, there's no mandatory amount that you give. Okay. Any amount will do. Okay. All right. So you go to GoFundMe and you find that right there. Okay. GoFundMe, you find that right there. And you can find it. Venmo. If you have Venmo, VENMO, Venmo. It's at Kevin-Elkins-21. Help us out there. All right. Cash App. I don't know what the number is, but if you put this number in there, my smiling face will come up, and you put any amount we'll do in there, 334-241-9998, and you'll see my smiling face, and we appreciate what you do. Trust me, we do. You guys are going to help people who you'll never meet. But you will have made a difference in somebody's life. And is it important that you meet them? Nah, probably not. But it is a way to help people that you guys do not know. And then when you get to the pearly gates, you'll be able to look at that. The good Lord will look at your record. You say, well, okay, you weren't stingy your whole life. I mean, you helped some people out that you didn't even know. Let me put it this way. It won't hurt you to help. Okay. It won't hurt you a little bit just to help a little bit. Okay. We appreciate it. And I know everybody's I know everybody's catching the blues. I'm not just asking you to give. I give too. I'm not just coming on the radio every day radio and asking everybody else to give money. My slate ain't the cleanest slate in the world either. So I need to do some stuff too to try to make up for the crappy person I used to be sometimes. Well, I've never been a crappy person, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've done a couple crappy things along the way. So I cannot lie and say that I haven't, because I'm not that same guy. Like we say in church, I may not be where I want to be, but I am certainly not where I used to be. So I appreciate it if you guys help us out. We got a few days. We got till the 21st to get the money. Okay, on the 21st we done, because we're gonna do it on the 22nd. So on the 21st, but we'll take it up to the 21st. Not a problem at all. Okay, so make sure you take care of that, and we will appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Okay, and if you want to let me make sure I get my phone thing going here. I learned something about doing this thing yesterday with the mayor. I may want to just like take calls, suggest. I mean, not take calls, but let people write in their question online rather than try to take calls, because it was actually disturbing me every time I'd get somewhere, the phone would ring. So I think we're going to try that, but however, you can call any other time, unless it's a really, really important guest, and we won't take a whole lot of calls, because it interrupts the flow of the interview. Okay, the mayor, but he was all right yesterday. I mean, he's a pretty good guy. I like him, actually. I mean, I don't like the politics of that odious party, but him and Trump remind me of each other. I don't like everything Trump does either. but I like Trump, but I don't like everything he does. Now somebody gave me a speech today with a father, with one of them Catholic fathers talking about he's trying to rid the United States of everybody of a dark complexion. Yeah, we're hoping. Well, let's make sure he gets you. Okay, I, I don't know. I've often wondered sometimes, and I do wonder sometimes, why I think the way I do. Maybe because my whole life was not spent disliking people because of what some of their relatives did back in the day. I haven't spent my whole life. There's too much life to live than worry about things that we cannot change. We cannot change what happened. But and it's an amazing thing we live in a country where we say peace on earth and good every this time of year, peace on earth and goodwill toward men. And the year goes out, we like right about now, we have the thing about the marching across the bridge, which the bridge marking, and then come January we get back into to what happened to MLK and just we can never, I don't say forget it, but we can never move on from that moment if we keep bringing it back. And again, it's like those folks in Selma who are always recreating a war that they lost. I don't understand that. So you're going to celebrate losing every year. I don't, I mean, it is what it was. You lost, kind of like a football game. Although Notre Dame did get screwed by Alabama shouldn't be in the national the way they played the other night. They should not be in the in the competition for the national. I mean, and they still can win. They still can win, but they should. The way they got manhandled the other day, like they got B slapped. I mean, they just they have no business in this. Notre Dame has earned their way to play, and so Notre Dame, screw you, take your bowl thing. We done. We'll see you next year, and I don't blame them. I don't blame Notre Dame. Play like a champion today. That's it. That's inside the locker room at Notre Dame. They got this thing that says "Play like a champion today." Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds everybody well. Good morning there, Big Daddy C man. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. I guess it means something. Um, Scientists have found. Well, first of all, let me give you the weather. Let me give you the weather because let you know what the weather's going to be like today. It's going to be chilly. Right now, it's 33 degrees outside. For the rest of the week, it is supposed to be. Um, there's an 8% chance of precipitation today. Areas of patchy fog, so if you leave early, you won't get caught in that stuff, or leave a little later. Either way it goes. The winds are 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, 11% chance of precipitation. The through passing clouds. Winds at northwest at about 10 miles per hour. And on tomorrow, 4% chance of rain. So chances are won't be no rain. Sunny high tomorrow. It's going to be a heat wave. 56 degrees. Okay, a high of 56 and a low tomorrow of 34 degrees. Okay. So today, however, it's going to be kind of nice. 62 degrees. So that's pretty good. So if you got something to do, someplace to go, you can get it done today. No rain in the forecast. So life is good. Okay. Now, normally on this day, it's around 56 degrees, which is what it's supposed to be today. All right. So that's your weather for today. Okay. Let me see now. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Okay. That's about it. Now, moving on to some other things. Now, did y'all see how I handled the mayor yesterday? Though? See, they're claiming crime is down, but the environment is not really changing very much, and that's our biggest problem. The environment's not really changing. The environment in which we live in seems to be getting worse. Okay, but crime. I mean, you can only shoot so many people. I mean, I mean, after a while, the shooting's going to go down because we're getting less people, for these fools to pick up and shoot. But the mayor's got something on his mind for the gun thing, so we'll see how that works out if the city council don't wimp out. Listen, hey, city council people, all of y'all need to fight the attorney general. I mean, really, the worst you can do is lose. We need some sort of regulation in this city when it comes to guns. in the city. I don't care. Main place when it comes to gun, you ought not be able to walk around this place without ID in your pocket. And let's just start small. If you walk around with a gun, you need to have ID. Okay, and if you walk around with a gun with no ID, and for some reason we have to stop you and ask you a question, then you get a fine or go to jail, one or the other. And that doesn't mean um, that we're putting you in jail for the gun. We're putting you in jail for not having ID while carrying that gun. I just think we need to do something. And I don't care what the Attorney General says. It amazes me sometimes the things we can extract from the Constitution of the United States. I mean, and again, the First Amendment. I'm along with the liberals on this one. You know, a well-regulated militia meant back in the 1600s, 1700s. That means. Uh, well, Don, listen, you can. I appreciate your compliments here, Don. Yeah, yeah. At least we can kiss something. Anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. I mean, you're so ugly. Won't nobody let you kiss their butt? I'm just saying. Anyway, so much for that. All right, I'm just saying. So a well-regulated militia. We have back in the day, 1600s, 1700s, any man that was 16 to 60 was supposed to mandated to have a weapon. Because that was the militia. We didn't have the National Guard. We didn't have the Army Reserve. We didn't have all of these people that protect us. Okay. And I realize, Gary, that just because you have a law doesn't mean people are not going to break it. We know that. But there are people who will not carry a gun because of the consequences. Now, I believe I'm like Kennesaw, Georgia. I believe everybody ought to have a gun at home. Oh yeah, I believe you. If somebody want to FAFO, mess around and find out if you got one. Yeah, let them try to get in. Listen, everybody should have a gun at home. That's for self preservation and protection of your family, protection of yourself. I got no problem with that. But there's no reason in the world. Matter of fact, I got a call last night, not a call, but across my scanner. Somebody was walking around with a big old rifle outside, and I don't know what they're going to do it. And here's the problem: they didn't know what he was going to do with it. And this was in Montgomery last night. They didn't know what he was going to do with the rifle. Why in the hell do you need to walk around with a rifle? Why is that even? I mean, why do we allow that to happen? Who needs to walk around with a rifle? I don't care. Okay, again, if you're packing a handgun for your personal safety, I got no problem with that. But there's no reason to walk. There are no ducks. There are no deer walking around downtown Montgomery or down Norman Bridge Road or on Eastern Bypass or the Southern Bypass. We don't have deer running across, trying to attack anybody. So nobody needs to carry a rifle down the street. There is no. Oh yeah, well that's good. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, they got that. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. They do have this time every year. But anyway, there's no somebody give me a reason. Give me one reason that you need to walk around the city of Montgomery with a rifle. Just somebody. I mean, a lot of smart people out there. A lot of smart people. So give me one reason. Okay, I don't have a scanner. Okay, Don, evidently you're not as smart as you think you are. Okay. Everything is electronic now. Okay. I do have a scanner on my telephone that tells me when crimes are happening in the city of Montgomery. Okay. I do have one. Okay. So at least the police, at least I get notified about certain things that are transmitted over the police band. Okay. So it's like a scanner. Okay, I'm just saying, you are such a miserable man. you know, you're just a miserable guy. I love you though. Don't get me wrong, because we all got issues, and you got yours too. Okay, okay. But anyway, so what we want to do, I'm waiting. If somebody comes up with me, if somebody, if you are against concealed carry, remember. Well, I'm not against concealed carry, but I am against people walking around with shotguns and rifles down the street. Yeah. Again, Concealed carry is for your personal safety. I got no problem with personal safety. But there is no reason on God's green earth that anybody needs to walk around with a rifle in the city of Montgomery. There's just no reason. Okay, unless you thinking the cows are coming out and the ducks and people are coming across, there's no reason. There's just no reason to have one. Okay, not in urban America. Now I can kind of see on your farm. You know what? You may find a cow or something out there loose, or a wolf going to chase you or something like that. Whatever they do, that's fine. But there's no reason. There's no reasonable explanation where you need to walk around the city of Montgomery with a rifle. There's none. There's just none. None. Absolutely none. Okay. But you know, show where well, I saw one. I saw somebody walking around with a gun. Matter of fact, it was a Mac 10 or something like that. I've seen it. Okay. And it's been in the paper and everything. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. You were against it when it first came out. Admit, I was against. Yeah, I think it's barbaric. I think to walk around with a rifle, it's undignified. I think that it goes back to the old school where people used to scare the hell out of a certain group of people, and I just there's no rationale that will ever convince me that in modern America, in urban America, that you need to walk around with a rifle. There's just no reason whatsoever. The police don't even walk around with rifles. They walk around with and they walk around with with their side pieces, which I understand that. And I don't have a problem with people carrying concealed. I don't have a problem with concealed. But there's no reason why you scare the hell out of kids, okay? Because it's legal. I hear you. But just because it's legal don't make it right. And just because it's illegal don't make it wrong. I'm not against concealed carry. I'm not against that. I think people have a right to protect themselves. People have a right to protect themselves. But nobody needs a AR-15, M16, AK-47 to walk down the streets of Montgomery. Because when it gets that bad, I'm getting the hell out of here. Okay? When it gets that bad, okay? When it gets that bad, then we all need to move. And let the people with the guns take over the city, with the rifles, take over the city. Let them shoot each other and don't shoot me. Okay, let them shoot each other. I got no problem with that. Okay, and y'all just be lying on me. I'm not against concealed carry. I'd rather not know you got it. I put it in your put it in your pocket. I don't care, but I don't need to see your rifle.
I got a rocket in my pocket.
Well, I think that's okay.
Now, listen, I've got you here now, Kevin, and I'm not done.
Good.
You said when concealed carry came out that there would be people that wouldn't ordinarily carry guns that would be out there carrying them, and you were against that.
Not concealed carry.
Admit it.
No. Never.
No, admit. That's what you said.
No, I told you when they start letting everybody carry a gun, people who wouldn't on circumstances would not carry a gun. Now they are, and I have been proven right. Not concealed, unconcealed.
About what?
About people picking up guns who normally wouldn't have one because now they don't have to answer them.
And how many people have died because of that?
We don't know. Because everybody gets to carry a gun.
Well, you don't know how many people have defended themselves against crooks by concealed carry, do you?
A lot of people have.
Do you?
A lot of people have. Concealed carry doesn't bother me. You don't need a rifle.
You were against it when it first came out, and you just admitted it.
No. That's when the governor signed the law says that anybody can carry a gun now. That's crazy. Everybody don't need to carry a gun. Not a rifle.
So you admitted it. You're against concealed carry.
Rifle. We don't need a rifle. A handgun.
I'm not talking rifles. I'm talking concealed carry. That's what you said when it first came out, and you got to admit You said it.
I said when everybody can buy one without letting anybody know that they have one, you're right. You will have people buying guns right now.
You can buy guns and the guy at Sears or not Sears, but whatever the gun store is. They know you bought a gun from them, and you know you bought a gun from them, and your family probably knows you've got a gun.
I ain't talking about your family. I'm talking about law enforcement. And when you buy a weapon, you should have to register that weapon, and you should have a pistol permit to say that you have it.
Listen. The thing with pistol permits back in the day, the concealed carry permits.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't mind going online and registering every year. But the thing was, you had to go down to the courthouse.
Well,
you had to pay $25 every year,
right?
Regardless if you used your gun or not. And that's just wrong. $25 a year is just wrong.
What's wrong about it?
You shouldn't have to pay for it every year. I wouldn't mind paying $25 for 5 years. Well, but paying $25 every year, that's ridiculous.
Well, how much is licensed now? Well, that's true though. $25 may be a little high, but they still need to pay something.
And it's ridiculous just to have a concealed carry.
It's a money-making thing. They're making money.
That's right.
Yeah.
So let them go make money some other way.
Well, again,
not off law-abiding citizens that just want to go to Walmart without being stuck up by some criminal.
But you still haven't made the case for people walking around with rifles.
I told you I'm against that. Okay. I'm totally against that.
Then we agree.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking conceal.
I don't have a problem with conceal. I don't know if you got a concealed weapon.
You did when it came out.
No. That's only because That's only because you don't have to have a license.
There will be people that will want to pick up a gun and put it in their pocket and walk around that ordinarily wouldn't.
They would. Since they don't have to have a pistol license or anything like that. That's right. They'll do it. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Yo.
Sergeant Elkins.
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the lady that worked at Cinnabon that called the two Somalian customers the N-word?
No, haven't heard that one.
You need to Google the story.
Mm-hmm.
She called the two customers the N-word, racial slurs, gave them the bird.
Mm-hmm.
She was fired by her employee.
Okay.
Her employer. She was fired.
Right. Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I'm sharing this with you, because this is a great idea for the Helping Hands fundraiser. She has raised over $130,000 on her GoFundMe page.
You know, people will give money to some of the most insane reasons, and then
So what you need to do is to find somebody and be vile and disgusting and set up a GoFundMe page and have people give to you. Now she's raised $130,000 for being terminated for being disgusting to customers. So I think this was a good idea for the Helping Hands.
Yeah. Well,
so find somebody today, go and be disgusting, and then set up a GoFundMe page and see how many people would give to Kevin Elkins for being a disgusting human being.
Listen, you make a great point. I mean, we
$130,000 she's raised for calling people the N-word and being terminated. So I've given you an idea, sir. Run with it. Thank you.
We will. It's kind of like being on the internet. You can do some of the dumbest things and get all kinds of followers and all kinds of accolades, but you try to do something really good and people ignore you, and that's just the way people are. It's kind of like why do we like MMA? Why do we like boxing? Why do we like football? Because there's a possibility that somebody can get knocked the hell out. That's why. Okay. We like train wrecks. We like seeing people hurt each other. We do. Whether it's verbally or physically, we like There's I think there's a spirit within Americans that if you ain't getting hurt, you ain't about nothing. Okay, and this one obviously she got a lot of followers now. you know, using the N word. I don't. It doesn't. I stopped being insulted by that word a long time ago. Okay, uh, and listen, I'm Dr. Joe. I hear you. I hear you, and it's difficult to tell everybody else not to use it because it is a vile, it is a derogatory word when our comedians and everybody making money off that same word. I'm with you. It's kind of difficult to for me to comprehend why to some people it is such a bad word, but we allow our children to use it. Except mine. I don't allow mine to, well, I don't have any little kids anymore, so I don't do that. But I didn't let them use it. And when they had music and that word was in it, they saw their CDs going out the window. Okay. Okay. And listen, and no, right, nobody can tell you what words you can and cannot use. They're all part of the English language. But I think the Supreme Court ruled that there are some words that are so provocative that it shocks the conscience, and they have a right to respond to those words. So if you FAFO, if you use that word, you're gonna mess around and find out they use a different word that you ought not use it. Okay, you ought not use it. Okay. Oh, what is this? What's it? All Kevin has to do is not accept phone calls from house. Yeah, I don't know what that means. House RA something. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, I mean, if you put the N word with it, I would understand what you're saying. But you put House RA. What's the House RA? I don't have a Ranger. House Ranger. I can live with that. All right, then. Anyway, um, but I was never against concealed carry. Let's let us clarify that. You have a right to protect yourself. It is the most basic human right that there is. And the way you do that is that you carry a weapon, then doggone it, do it. But I want to know that I want somebody to know that you can't. I think you ought to have a pistol permit. We need to know that you know how to shoot it. That you're not a person who just got done robbing a bank and went and got one. But you do need some lessons on how to handle that weapon because I don't want you to pull it out and kill yourself and everybody else. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But I don't have a problem with people who carry weapons, hidden weapons, or concealed weapons. I'd rather see you with a concealed. I'd rather you walk around with a concealed weapon rather than a shotgun. There's no rationale. There's no reason why a man. Well, again, but they did say there are certain words that will invoke a response from people because their words are so vile, so degrading. And I'll find the case. Now I don't know. I mean, nobody can tell you what words to use, but you certainly gonna get some pushback on some words you use. Like, I mean, why do you think talking about people's mama is a big deal, especially in the hood? What you want, man? You're the most miserable man I ever seen.
No, I'm a happy guy, really, Kevin.
You
But
can't be. You can't be
yeah,
happy.
the Dixie chick's calling her racist, even though that's what she is. But that was what she was trying to say. Was a Dixie chick. I mean, I'm a hypothetical person. But then you got the bootlicker Willie Durham calling about the Cinnabon lady. I bet you there's a hell of a lot we're missing on the Cinnabon thing. One, what was the race of the woman that and ain't it funny? You got these Somalis going up to address the person, and you got the sister sitting there filming it. Does that not seem like it was made up?
Well, again, people do weird things. That's for true.
No, they don't do weird. That ain't no weird thing. It was a setup all the way. And then yesterday, did you not let white people call in or what? How come Willie Durham's always able to get in?
Willie did Willie get in? I thought he
Yeah,
did
he called in and embarrassed himself. Don't you remember he called in and said, "Mr. Mayor, please explain why you go around the world and visit people to get money to bring back to the city of Montgomery." It was almost embarrassing as what you did with him. And then the little mayor, the little liar, he goes, "I brought $36 billion from the Biden administration." And then when you asked him what the 36 million is, what does he say?
He said it came from. I thought he said it came from.
No, the little mayor said he didn't get it because it was canceled because of DEI.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
So he's bragging on one hand that he got $36 billion. Then the little liar says he don't even get the 36 million, and it had nothing to do with anybody but the fellow gay guy that was Department of Transportation with the mayor. Buttlick or whatever his name is, Buttigieg, and it had to do with putting out solar panels all the way to Selma. The lies just get absolutely ridiculous. And then do you understand the difference between toting a gun and a concealed carry?
Of course, I understand the difference.
No, you don't.
What
you mean? Because you keep conflating the two.
No.
Walking around with a rifle is not concealed carry. Do you understand that?
And that's the one I'm against.
Then why do you keep conflating the two?
I don't conflate it. I don't mind people.
You do.
No, I do not. People who have a gun in their pocket have a right to defend themselves, but I think they ought to have a license for it.
And how many times has somebody walking around with a rifle shot at anybody?
Well, they have the potential to shoot at somebody.
So you keep conflating the two. You don't have no understanding, and then you just make up stuff. I mean, you don't have no scanner, and they wasn't talking about nobody with a rifle on no scanner.
Yeah, last night they were.
You just make up for convenience.
Why do you think? Wait. My check don't go up any further if I tell you what I heard last night.
You don't have a check. You don't make no money. 5 people listen to this thing ain't getting you a dime.
Well, let me ask you something.
Why do you
listen?
It's because it's the funniest thing in the morning I can do. I just love when the Dixie Chicks call in with their English.
Okay, so
Dixie Chicks, they film everything. I bet you that's why they don't have a husband. They filmed everything.
So I serve a.
They got a camera. Who in the world films everything? I mean, when their ditches overflow, they're out filming that. When anything happens, the Dixie Chicks are filming it. I mean, these people are crazy, and I pray to God that I'm glad they didn't have an opportunity teach my children anything. They wouldn't be able to speak English.
Okay then.
But the little mayor's nothing but a fraud. Willie Durham's a fraud. The way he kisses up is ridiculous. What happened to pride, black men pride and stuff? I mean, to call in and say, "Mr. Mayor, please explain why you go around the world, why you go out and seek money to bring back to Montgomery." Is that not absolutely ridiculous?
But you're kind of you must have been a bad place. Do you need us to all get together?
I'm as happy as hell. I own my home. I own my cars. I own an RV. Okay. I own everything. Okay. I ain't been kicked out of my house and had to move into an apartment.
So why are you?
Tell us, explain.
See you later. Oh boy. Well, listen, I ain't mad at you. Okay, you have issues. Okay, and everything is not for public consumption. But anyway, online fundraising campaign to support customers described them as Black Somali couple who were traumatized by the incident. Well, I don't know if they're traumatized by the incident, but I think that it was unfortunate that those people were called that name. But I can't say if you come from Somalia, you ought not be traumatized by being called the N-word. So I don't think that's going to be. I think you should be traumatized by living over there, not over here with somebody using a word. So I've been called the N-word many times, even by black folks, and I ain't never been traumatized by it. And I've been called by white folks. So I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay. So I'm just saying, and they fired the woman. So what kind of? Although she has raised $130,000, it does seem that we willing to give money for all kinds of things. in America, except those things that are really, really, really important, But hey, yeah, but people have a right to get, just like people have a right to use whatever words they want to. People have a right to give their money to whomever they want to. Also, here's a news thing here. Um, it seems that scientists have found 192 million. Well, excuse me, scientists killed 192 million lab mice each year. Is there a better way that somebody is asking? Is there a better way to do that than kill these poor little animals every year? 192 million. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, what good are mice? Do mice actually do any good? Do they do anything for anybody? Not that I know of. I'm not sure if they do or not. But um, do they actually um, what good are mice anyway? I don't even know, but not too much because 192 million is a lot of mice to kill. That's a man. Well, sorry about that. But it's an estimated 192 million rodents, mostly mice, are studied and sacrificed annually in labs worldwide. Scientists expose lab mice to stress, starvation, pain, and physical harm. Scientists use lab mice to develop new human medicines, ensure that the consumer products and environmental chemicals are safe, and uncover new biological knowledge that could lead to useful advances down the road. So, I mean, I would think that the mice are just doing they're helping mankind. Non-animal alternatives are arising that could replace the mice, and then once we replace the mice, then the mice going to be in everybody's house. Okay, so are we at an inflection point for animal research in the scientific world? Well, hey, I don't really have a problem with the mice. I mean, they ought to serve some purpose. I'm glad wasn't born to mice, but yeah. I mean, let's talk about the chickens. I mean, I wonder how many chickens are killed every year. I mean, think about that for a second. How many chickens? Let me check what's it. Hey Siri, how many chickens are killed each year?
More than 60 billion chickens are killed for consumption annually.
Okay.
This is from Wikipedia.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So Siri tells me that there are 60 billion chickens killed every year so we can eat them, have some barbecue. And we're worried about 192 rodents who may bring disease upon you. Okay. So I'm just saying, okay. So we good. Okay. So 60 billion chickens. Okay. Well, I'm just saying they're making a big deal out of the mice. 192 million mice, and we killing the chicken like it's just something to play with. I mean, I'm just saying, 60 billion chickens. And did you guys know that everybody talking about Trump about tariffs? Do you know there's a 25% tariff on chickens from certain countries? Did y'all know that? Yeah, it's been on there since 1934. I just thought I'd let y'all know. Okay. I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong with this studio? This looks like a good studio to me. Why do I want a studio for? That's I got to pay somebody. Why I want to do that for? Okay. Yeah. hmm what's this about? So Don blames folks filming acts. The person who filed. Oh, that's true. The person who filed the Rodney King was wrong. The person who filmed George Floyd was wrong, and the filming is not the filming that's wrong. Okay, disregard the disgusting act. I would agree. I would agree. I don't have a problem being. I mean, we all being filmed anyway by somebody. Satellites in the sky. We all being filmed by somebody. Okay, well, in a studio, man, this is perfect. It takes me like 30 seconds to get to work every morning. Nobody cares about lamb. Okay, does a chicken have lips? Uh, yeah, I don't believe they do have lips actually. Okay, I don't think they do. But I'll have to ask Joe Reed about that because I do think that and as far as using words, I do think that the that the Supreme Court has ruled that there are some words that provoke uh, the emotions of man sometimes, and so and that N word is one of those is one of those words. So if you don't want to get shot at or anything, use any word. Just don't use the N word. Okay, I'm just saying it's not a word, and I would agree with you. It don't bother me when somebody called me that. I don't care, but some people use that word to whip the crap out of you. So you may not want to, if you get mad at a brother or a sister, you might want to call them anything, but you may not want to use the N word. I mean, even if they wasn't mad, now they're mad. Okay. Now they're mad. So, I'm just saying. Anyway, Chamber of Commerce, they got a meeting today. I guess they do. Hey, is this the meeting where they put a new person in charge of a new president of the Chamber of Commerce is assigned? I think that's what it is. I had an opportunity to go to a couple of those. They're kind of nice. They're actually kind of nice. All right, move right on to other things. There are more things to talk about than this, but hey, Don, do you know what you and jellyfish have in common? Do you know what you and jellyfish have in common? Not really. I want to know. Do you know what you and jellyfish have in common? Well, not too many things. Except, did you know that jellyfish don't have a brain? I'm just saying you might want to research that. And sometimes you seem like you don't have one too. But jellyfish don't have a brain, and they show. I don't even know how they survive without a brain, but they don't have one. Okay, they don't have a brain. I mean, like kind of like y'all may have that in common. All right, appreciate it. I've never seen a man in my life whine so much and be so miserable every day. Okay, here's a story. Two Homewood BLM members are indicted on federal terrorism charges. A federal grand jury has indicted two Black Lives Matter protesters for starting a fire inside their Homewood Walmart, according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm going to get to the good part here. And U.S. Attorney Prime F. Escalana, whatever her name is. Homewood Police Department initially investigated the crime and arrested both individuals shortly after the arson that caused $130,000 in damages. The two-count indictment filed in the U.S. District Court alleges that Lillian Jane Colburn, 26, and Mercutio Terrell Southall, 41, both of Birmingham, with arson, conspiring to provide material support for terrorists in connection with the arson. The arson occurred at the Walmart Supercenter located on Lakeshore Parkway in Homewood on August 25th, and the two gathered protesters at a BLM manor. Bravo Lima Michael. Now, you know what's so strange about this? You know what's so strange about this case here? They're two white guys. I mean girls. Two white folks. Now, why are they setting? And this just goes to show you. Now, this makes the point that we tried to make. These people don't give a crap about your Black Lives Matter stuff. They use this stuff to go out and create havoc and blame it on other people. Okay, these people don't care. Okay, I mean, they don't. But anyway, two white kids. Okay, under the name of Black Lives Matter. Now, let me guys show you this right here. Okay? I'm going to show you this right here because you need to see this. Okay, and this is why I'm always on this case all the time. Okay, let's stop that one. Let's go go get. I'm going to show you guys this right here, right quick, and then you'll understand why I'm always upset with. Here we go, right there. Okay, now you see that right there. When the police went to arrest this person, okay, when police went to arrest this person, they thought they had a woman. See, they thought they had themselves a woman. But it turns out that Joaquin, whatever hell his name was, his name is 22 years old, was charged with criminally negligent homicide. Now, the charges stem from a death of Fatima Borders, 45, who was hit and killed by an SUV on September the 24th. Police responded to the scene in the 1200 block of South Park Avenue at 4 o'clock in the morning and found Borders lying on the edge of the road. Now, at the time, police said that the driver stayed on the scene and was cooperating with the investigation. According to the court documents, Smith was over the legal limit of alcohol. Well, it wasn't until December the 5th that Smith was taken into custody and booked into Dothan County Jail. And then they found out the real deal. Okay. They found out that Mr. Smith was really a miss. That Mrs. Smith, Miss Smith, was really a Mr. Smith. I'm just saying. And so this is why I get upset at this stuff, because we're trying to turn our society into something that it is not. Okay, we trying to make sure. Okay, and she makes my point. He makes my point. Just because you think you're something doesn't make you that something. Okay, I'm just saying that just because. Okay, so she so it's a he who wants to be a she. Okay, I don't understand it. I just can't understand it. Now, here is a question that I need to ask people, and let's see if I'm the only person that worried about this. Let me get this phone call first. Yeah, Duke.
Hey, I'm on the phone. Hey, Mr. Ackles, what's going on, Elk, man?
Not much.
You took time to find that story there about the man and the transgender people. You took time to find that, right?
Well, it came up on my feed. I didn't.
Came up on your feed.
Yeah, it found me. I didn't. Did
it come up on your feed that the people who've been shooting down the boats and all of that hesitating on sending the second video or that strike? What's going on with his sec? What's going on with him not releasing that video? They put one of them, the rest of them on TV. Why won't they put that on TV, Kevin?
It's top secret.
Oh, how the hell is top secret? All the rest of them wasn't top secret when they did it the first time.
If you don't want to get shot, don't try to bring drugs to America.
Kevin, hell, we don't know what it was.
Yeah, we do.
Have did they put their hand on it and have somebody taste some of it or test it and see was it drugs?
Again, why would they throw them off the boats?
Kevin,
why were they throwing it off?
I haven't seen that video yet. I haven't seen that video yet.
Yeah,
you haven't seen it either.
Again, why would you be out in the middle of the ocean?
I saw that mess you said had yesterday. That wasn't real. That's AI, dude.
No, that was real, bro.
You see that? You just see that dummy looking person sitting on the backside of that thing back there. That's a dummy, not moving. And okay, again, but my point is, dude. My point is now.
Yeah.
This guy said ain't nothing to hide. So why is he treating this like the Epstein file? Why is he not releasing this second a strike, Kevin? Rand Paul is all on this thing. Yo, conservative guy, Rand Paul is all on it. He said, why in the hell they're doing this stuff out there shooting the boats and not bringing the people in to have evidence of that, where the drug is coming from to get the kingpin. How the hell are you going to get the kingpin when you're not bringing in the people to question them, Kevin?
Do you remember any President Biden or President Obama's
see that? We not talking about these people. You said don't go back into the past. Damn it, leave the past alone.
No.
Don't you tell us every day to leave the past alone? Leave the damn past alone. Let's talk about the president in the White House right now.
I said use it as a reference, and I'm referring to.
Okay, I don't want to reference nothing. We talking about this went on back in. This went on recently, okay?
So
September the 2nd, Kevin. I want to see you trying to play me like you know. Hell no. I wish I was a news reporter. I'm treating you like I treat a news reporter right now. I don't want to hear a damn thing about yesterday or the day before or for that. Yeah. Obama got in office. I want to hear about what happened.
I don't care.
September the 2nd.
Don't bring
Why
drugs.
you don't care?
Don't bring
Why
drugs.
you don't care if they send your son out there to shoot somebody down? If they send your son out there to shoot somebody down illegally, then they throw a rock in the hand and say,
Well, they're not sending
your
my
son made that decision.
My son don't fly airplanes, and he's in technology. So
hypothetically speaking, Ken, if that was your son, I said if.
We'll deal with that when the time comes.
But Calvin, it's all right not to be a damn a diehard cult member. Come on, man. Step outside the box every once in a while and get some air. Step out of Trump ass and get some air sometime. Get out of his ass sometime.
Listen, when you bring drugs.
Calvin, answer that question right there. Why in the hell he not releasing the second video so the American people can see it? Yeah. Why we can't see it? They making all kind of bullshit excuses, Kevin.
But I don't care.
It sound like that jellyfish got named Curmudgeon. Yeah. You talking about a while ago.
And again,
no damn brain. The Tin Man, or which y'all on the Wizard of Oz that have no damn brain? Which of them?
But again, don't move drugs from one country to another.
Kevin, you're not answering my question, dude. Why is it your boy? Every time they did a strike, they shoot the damn boat down and show us on TV. Why didn't they show this second shooting? If it's not illegal and they don't have anything to hide, release the damn thing, Kevin, so we can make an opinion of our own. I don't want to hear that bull crap about these guys trying to flip back over damn boat. Okay, the boat was flipped over, right?
Okay.
Wasn't flipped over.
Now listen.
Okay, when something flipped over, everything on the boat gonna go to the damn bottom of the ocean, right? How the hell they gonna say damn drugs that the boat already flipped over and poured it out on the damn water, Kev? It's not in there anymore. But these people in the White House think people so damn stupid where they say anything. Y'all maggots, maggots, or whatever you call yourself.
Can you let somebody else get a word in here? Okay.
I don't want to hear a damn thing about Obama.
Okay. The word is, how come everybody's so concerned about what Trump is doing, but not what Obama and Biden were doing? Okay, I appreciate it, but I mean, again, we can't have it two ways. Either what's right is right or wrong is wrong, for either or. Okay. Now, me personally, as a soldier, I don't believe that if somebody is unarmed and unable to be in the fight, I don't believe that they should be shot. Okay, I don't believe, me personally, I don't believe that. Now, what I do not know is the circumstances surrounding that. First of all, if you are a soldier, you have the rights of the Geneva Convention. But if you are a terrorist, you do not have those same protections as soldiers do. Soldiers under color of their country and soldiers who wear uniform. I don't know. They could have had a bomb in the boat, as far as I know. I don't know. So if you're fighting for your country and for what the officers and who have been appointed over you in your own country, I say, listen, if they're out of the fight, then I think they are due some Geneva Convention protections. But these guys were not soldiers. Okay, they weren't. They were drug pushers. And if you want to FAFO and then push drugs to America, then you're gonna find out. Okay, I don't have it, and so many of our young people are just inundated by the drug culture. So many lives have been lost. Are we worried about those lives who have been lost to overdoses of 13-year-old girls and 12-year-old kids who've been introduced to these drug things? Listen, again, if you are a soldier, I think you are due certain protections. But however, they wasn't soldiers. Okay? And yeah, they weren't soldiers. So I don't know if they have the same protections under the Geneva Convention that soldiers do. Okay, so I don't know. People smarter than I am will have to answer that question. Okay, because I don't really care about them. But here's a bigger threat to us. Okay, here's a bigger threat to this nation, and it is whether or not there's a Trojan horse bringing things to America. And what do I mean? And I have to be I want to be really understanding about this because I don't quite get it. There are certain cultures in the world that are inconsistent with our Constitution of the United States. Their belief system is so different. It is so far to the other side. There's no way that they could exist in America, at least not under normal circumstances. First of all, and again, we used to be a Christian station, a Christian nation, which comes with its own belief. Now, not everybody in America is Christian, and that's for certain. That's for certain. But the preponderance of people in this nation believe in Jesus Christ, and they believe that God is the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. We believe that. Where England right now, in England and the UK, everybody used to be Protestants or Catholic, whatever they used to be. They said the majority of their belief systems now are Muslim. And again, I've got nothing against people who are Muslim or whatever the case may be, but I think America, and I think the beginning of that crack happened in New York this past mayoral election. Are we going to wake up one morning and find that the America that we once knew, not the bad part of it, the good part of it, is no longer here? It's no longer here. Or is there a Trojan horse that is methodically bringing in people in this country who do not have our beliefs? And if that in fact is the case, then what happens when one day we wake up and we have been our culture has been changed? What happens? Okay, what happens? I mean, that's a conversation, and everybody wants to make it color. Well, I don't think it's color. I think it's culture. I think everything. And we get the two mixed up sometimes. In America, there's this priest that's talking about how Catholic priest who's talking about how um how the president wants to get rid of all people of color. Well, I don't see it that way. I'm a person of color. I don't see it that way. I do see him wanting to make sure that the people who come to this country uh, want to partake want to partake of our system of laws, our cultures, and things of that nature. We have people coming over here trying to change our culture, trying to change. Now, some of that culture, I would tell you probably need to be changed a little bit of it. But I'd rather live free with the ability to make my own decisions rather than being mandated to believe something. Okay. A culture that believes you still should cut people's hands off, that you still should kill your kids for honor. That is not America. And even though I am tolerant, I can't stand the whole transgender gay lifestyle. In this country, you have a right to do whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you don't interfere or intrude on the rights of others. They don't believe what we believe. They do not believe what we believe. So why are we trying to bring people over here who don't believe what we believe? Why are we doing that? Because you think the Civil War was bad that we had between the states? You let this continue. Okay. It used to be people came to America because they wanted to immerse themselves in the American culture, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We don't really have people coming over here who want to do that. They come over here to change America. They don't like us. They don't like us, and they think we're wrong to give people freedom, to give people the chance to make their own decisions and let them either live, be successful, or fail by their own decisions. Okay, and I was reading this article last night. I think it's New York Times about Islam's Trojan horse is inside our gates, and it bothers me that again, they don't believe what we believe. So why are we filling our country up with people who don't believe what we believe? Okay, can somebody tell me that? Okay, no, I didn't make a. I didn't. White people have no culture. Well, I don't know who came up with this. Um, uh, uh, I don't know after who came up with this culture, but we do have we have a constitution, is what we have. Okay, okay. Well, of course the story is going to play out, Don. Of course it is. As a matter of fact, now that we didn't find that Trump was part of the Epstein thing, now the Epstein thing is no big deal anymore. So you make it color. I didn't make it color. Okay, I didn't do that. White people have no culture. Well, I think they do have a culture. We all got some culture, but the thing that keeps us all together, the thing that makes us all the same, is that we have agreed that we will abide by the Constitution of the United States. You see, you have a right to believe what you believe personally, and that's cool. But when you try to change what we believe as a nation, I believe, I think we are on the precipice of something great, of something we're going to say. There's a book that somebody wrote a couple of years ago, said the late great United States of America. And it does seem to me that we are headed in a direction that would do us no good. Okay. Somebody said what somebody said. The Democrats in Montgomery consider what's happening in West Montgomery as gentrification. Uh, yeah, I don't know what's happening over there. Although I must admit, we are doing somebody doing a whole lot of things about robbing the dollar stores. You know, in Montgomery. Why are the dollar stores closing in West Montgomery? Well, uh, yeah, well, I don't know. You know, maybe they're getting tired of getting robbed. You know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It said to date, the United States has provided Israel $174 billion, current or non inflation adjusted dollars in bilateral assistance and missile defense funding. And your problem with that is what? Israel is our ally. They're surrounded by people who hate them. Why shouldn't we help? And I am, and again, and this is another problem. I believe that Israelis, the Jewish people, are God's chosen people. Now that's just what I believe. That's what coming up. I was taught. I believe it. It makes sense to me. Jesus was a Jew. It makes sense to me. I don't have a problem with helping Israel. Israel from what I can tell now, from what I've known in the little time I've been on earth, they don't go around picking fights with people. And some people seem to forget what happened October the 7th, a couple of years ago, when a group of people came into that country, stole, killed their people. Don.
Hey, Kevin.
What?
Have you ever watched YouTube to see all the blacks creating havoc at restaurants?
Sure I have. Sure I have.
With white people.
Sure.
Did Willie Durham ever call in about those?
I mean, I don't know.
I guarantee you, when this story plays out with the Somalis, the ones that's stealing billions of dollars
in Minnesota,
it'll find out that they come in and harass the white girl. The sister's sitting over there filming the dang thing. Mm-hmm. He's so intimidated now he can't go outside. Hell, he came from Somalia. Do you know what that's like to over Somalia? What it's like to live there?
Well,
But somebody calling him the N-word after they harassed the hell out of him, you know. It's just ridiculous.
there's
I get
always
so
two
sick and
sides.
tired of it.
Yeah.
You say that one white person say the N-word. It reflects on all the white people. But blacks can create havoc all over the damn world, and it's never a problem. They could kill each other every night in the streets, but there's no problem. But let one white person say something, it reflects every white person in the world. It just gets sickening after a while. And their old Willie Durham over there, the DEI lover, he finally hired a white person, I guess, in his office. You know, they're fraud. They're all fraud.
Wait, isn't it his office? Okay, I hear you. Okay, that's enough. We done that. It's 8:30 in the morning. If you got to be there by 9 o'clock, you got 30 minutes by which to get there. And again, I think that's one of the things I'm talking about. We have all of these different cultures making their way to America. And I think when this thing comes out about what's going on with the Somalis in Minnesota right now, it is going to be deafening to the ears. It is. I mean, from what I can tell, and the governor over there is an idiot. I mean, this summer gun is an idiot. You know, how in the hell did he become the governor of the state of Minnesota? But we will find out. Like my good friend Dan Morris says, in the fullness of time, we will find out. Yeah. No, and listen. I don't believe what Mormons believe either. But Mormons are more closely related to our belief system than Jewish is not an original people. Well, what is it? If it's not the original, so what were they called over there? Yadir, what, Mr. Muhammad, what were they called? What were they called? Okay, I mean, if they weren't again though, and let's do away with the religious part of Israel. Let's just take a second. Let's do away with that. Okay, let's just say religion has nothing to do with it. They are surrounded by people who want to send them back into the sea. Okay? Morning, Julia. Send them back to the sea. We wouldn't help somebody like that? Of course we would. Okay? It is not original. Oh, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Well, I don't listen. I don't understand the nuances of the Mideast. Never tried. Never wanted to. Never. I mean, never. And my one little embarkment on that part of the world wasn't for very long. So I don't understand that. Never. I got a hard enough time trying to understand Christianity. People who call themselves Christians who wanted to misuse a group of people. So I'm trying to figure that one out. Okay, but only thing I can figure out is that it is not necessarily the religion that's the problem. It's the people that are the problem. And I keep hearing language is important. That's true. But I keep hearing how Islam is it's a religion of peace or whatever you want to call it. And I listen, I don't disbelieve everything I hear. And I will say one thing, now the Muslim the people who believe in that I like the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam don't mess with us in America. Mr. Farrakhan's organization, don't mess with us. We won't mess with you. But if you mess with us, we'll mess with you. I got no problem with that. That's survival of the fittest. I got no problem with that. But they do seem now the Nation of Islam. And I know it's a nation. I know they use the Quran and all that thing. The Nation of Islam, the Farrakhan's people. I think they're just pretty good people. You know, I'm not giving up the pork chop yet, but I think they are right. Just as black, okay, is a label and not a legal term. I agree with you, and we didn't come up with the word black; they did. Okay, but language is important. Okay. And what Greg said, thank Obama for the Somalians. thank him for Trump too. Anyway, so but the question is, like the newspaper argues, are we allowing people in this country who have no intent on being Americans, but only to come over and get what America has and leave, or not leave, try to change us to an extent that we won't even we're going to come outside one day. As a matter of fact, I heard the other day somebody in Minnesota raised a Somalian flag. And I said, wow, do they really not know what country they in? Man, it is, it's an interesting world we live in, people. And listen, it says, bring us, you're tired, you're poor, you're whatever. It didn't say those who want to change what we are. Okay. Let's see, this, see, they raise they raise a Somalian flag in this country, and again, I got no problem with that. But if it's so good over there, okay. Matter of fact, I think this is in Minnesota too, where they raised the Somalian flag. It's called the Wisniewski School District. Took down its website and disconnected many of its office phones Monday after receiving what superintendent described as a flood of racist and violent messages in response to the district's decision to raise a Somali flag. Now, again, this is America. Okay, we got kids dying, getting shot at in our armed forces, putting their life on the line to protect our flag and these people. And I think it's up in. I think this is up again. It's up in. Where's this at? I think this is up in Minnesota. Okay. So district leaders hosted a Somali flag raising ceremony on Friday, the city's combined elementary, middle, and high school campus. The district later posted images and a video of the event showing some of the students attending it to its social media feed. And again, we just have to figure out what we want to be as a country, okay? But they raised a Somali flag alongside the U.S. flag. And again, now I realize most people don't care nothing about our flag, and I'm whatever. That's up to you. But if you're born here, you have a right to make that decision whether or not you want to, partake of the. Well, you do. You partake of the freedoms of it by expressing yourself. But I just don't know um, where this is going to go with us. And again, we worry about our nation. Okay, we do. We worry about our nation. Okay, this is in was it what Virginia? Yeah, matter of fact, this is in Virginia. In VT, Virginia, I think it is. No, excuse me, Vermont. It's in Vermont. I thought it was in, but it's in Vermont. So now we got wait a minute. Now we got it in Minnesota, and now we got it in Vermont. Okay, what are we trying? What are we trying to do here? What are we trying to do in our country here? Okay, I mean, what are we trying? Muslims follow the example of Christ, and I think most of the time they do. But Christ wouldn't believe in cutting off people's head or killing them because they're gay. He tried to talk to them. He would try to talk to them. Then Christ didn't never say anything about honor killings. Kill your daughter because she made a mistake and did something wrong. Christ didn't believe in that. Not that I can tell. So what Trump flag? I don't think we've ever seen a Trump flag risen, and the rebel flag. I don't think I've ever seen those in modern day America side by side with the United States flag. Listen, you can have whatever flag you want in your house, in your home, in your yard. That's fine. That whatever the case may be. But on government property, which is paid for by the tax dollars of everybody, why in the world would we want to put another country's flag there? Okay, a government property. Okay. So I'm just saying, because every government in this country has one thing in common. They all get federal dollars. Okay. They all get federal dollars, and they ought to thank the people like you and I who pay our taxes. I don't pay much, but I do pay some. Okay. So I'm just saying, what about the rebel? The rebel flag is, you can put that in your yard, but I've never seen a rebel flag uh, hosted along the United States flag. Now, have you anybody seen one? Is it in Montgomery? I don't believe so. I don't believe we have that. Okay. Again, I don't see the flag either. Okay, so let's not center on ridiculous here. What's up?
Hey, Kevin, what's going on with you?
Not much.
Hey, gotcha. Look, you was talking about not having other flags on government property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but every time, the government has a visiting nation coming to the country and everything, they have the other country's flag in the White House.
That's ceremonial,
It's called respect.
right? That's
No,
ceremonial.
it's not ceremony.
Yes, it
It's more or
is.
less.
It's
It can
ceremonial
be
for respect,
ceremonial,
right?
but at
Ceremonial.
the same time, it's a gesture of respect and
Sure.
acknowledgement.
Sure.
That's what it is.
Sure.
So when no one is
That's
saying
diplomacy.
just have enough, Kevin, but it's what you call respect and acknowledgement. It's humbleness. That's what this nation stands for, Kevin. And you were talking about, not chopping off people's heads because of their sexual orientation, but yet we're going around snatching up people and disappearing them every day. Is that Christian?
Okay. Tell me where that's going on. Tell me where we go.
Well, Kevin,
The government of the United States is snatching up people and disappearing.
Government is disappearing, Kevin. Right the other day, right there in Boston, where people were getting ready to swear in.
Mm-hmm.
They're going in there, invading the swear-in ceremony, snatching up people, telling them to go home because they're on the 19 list of the least preferred people from various least preferred nations.
And
now,
again, though, America has a right. If you here illegally, America has a right to report you.
These people that they're invading, inside the ceremonial, citizenship ceremony, these people have been in the country over 20 or 30 years. They filled in all the boxes. In fact, our very old government told them to follow the rules, enter the nation properly, which they did. That's what qualified them to go up there and take an oath to this country. Mm-hmm. And then you got ISIS going around snatching folks, telling them to go home because they're on the least favorable favorable list of people.
I have made it known. I have made it known that I'm not necessarily impressed by the way we are doing this illegal alien thing. But I will tell you, but I will tell you this much. Now, according to everybody I talked to, Obama and Biden, not Biden, but Obama deported more people than Trump has.
Yes, absolutely, Kevin. But the thing is, he did it legally. He didn't go around.
Wait a minute. What's the legal way to get rid of people here illegally?
Kevin, the thing is, Kevin, your people, if they show up on the radar, they just happen to get pulled over for a DUI, or if they're implicated in a crime or what have you, and then come to find out, you run their information and find out they're undocumented. You go home. And when I was working in law enforcement, we did that a lot right here in Montgomery, Alabama. Mm-hmm. And everything. You pull somebody over, DUI or domestic violence violation, what have you, happen to run them and find out they're undocumented and everything else. You start the process of deportation.
And again, I don't like I do not like us showing up at a school of people just working. I don't like that. But I don't make the laws. And if they are here illegally, and like Mama used to say, what did Mama used to say when you got caught and your brother didn't? You know what they used to tell her?
Kevin,
you got caught, he didn't.
Kevin, I can see if things were done straight up, but just a few days ago, the press secretary's family member, the woman happens to be engaged to her brother, was snatched up. And within hours, she was released because of who she was related to. So I can see if we were being on the up and up and doing.
Wait a minute, run that by me again. Somebody was engaged to their brother.
The president's press secretary, right, had a future in-law who was snatched up by ISIS,
right,
and was getting ready to be processed for deportation. She's Colombian,
right,
and everything. But just so happened the press secretary's brother is engaged to this woman.
Oh, okay.
So they went on and released her.
Okay. Hey, it sucks to be the other guy. it sucks to be the other guy. I hear what you're saying, but
Kevin, what I am saying is this stuff is done not humanely. It's not done for the right reason. It is done for evilness. Now, Kevin, we're talking about the Muslims, how they chop off heads. And I agree. I'd rather be in this country, and I don't agree with any of their philosophies or their religion or anything of that nature. But we can't go around being hypocrites and acting like we super Christians around here, snatching up folks, one. And then number two, you are willing to allow people to go hungry for policy reasons and everything. And what does the Bible say? God said.
Wait a minute now. Wait. Hold. Let's be honest. If you hungry, is your fault. You shouldn't depend on the government to give you your check, give you your food.
But Kevin, as the Christian nation that we strive to be, do we ever ask before we make decisions, what would Jesus do?
Well,
and in the Bible, he said, feed the meek. He said, feed the hungry.
And he also
said, whatever
said,
you do to the least of He said, whatever you do to the least of mine, you do to me also.
He also said, if you don't work, you don't eat.
No, Kevin, he did not say that in the Bible. Find that in the Bible. Find that in the Bible, and I'll buy you a chicken dinner. Okay. Find that in the Bible where he said, if you don't work, you don't eat.
And he also said, when he told the poor people, when he told the rich people with the vineyards and stuff like that, leave the stuff in the vineyards so the poor can come get it. He didn't say take it to them. He didn't say take it to them. They come get it.
Exactly. And also, do you remember where he said, vengeance is mine, says the Lord?
Sure.
And yet you got this president going after every person that he felt as though was going against him. Vengeance is mine. See, the Bible is not like a box of cherry mix or where you could just go and pick out what suits you, Kevin. And so we sometimes not sometimes, a lot of the times we are hypocrites.
Wait a minute.
And then you're going around.
Are you telling me that the Bible don't say if you don't work, you don't eat?
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. It does not say if you don't work, you don't eat. Find it in there. It was man-made that came up with that, Kevin.
Well,
if you don't work, you don't eat.
Like cleanliness is next to godliness. That's not in the Bible either. But are you? Exactly. But it's the principle there. Is the principle there?
Kevin, we can always discuss principles and practices, but like you said, is it in the Bible? My thing is, Kevin, what we need not to do is be hypocrites. Do we ever stop and before we act, do we ever ask ourselves, what would Jesus do? And a lot of times, no, because it's not expedient and it's not as gratifying as doing what we do in the flesh.
Okay, well, hold time out. Thessalonians 3:10. This instruction was written by the Apostle Paul to address specific groups of people who had stopped working because they believed Jesus' return was imminent. The verse encourages able-bodied people to be industrious and provide for themselves rather than be the burden to others. So I guess it is
not a problem with that, but does it say if you don't work, you don't eat?
That's what it says. Thessalonians 3:10. If a man will not work, he shall not eat.
No, it did not say that, Kevin. It doesn't say that.
I didn't write the Bible, brother. I mean,
Kevin, I can tell you first thing, it does not say if a man doesn't. He does not.
2 Thessalonians 3:10. The one who is unwilling to work shall not eat.
Kevin,
listen, I'm not the one.
Continue to read it, Kevin. You find you're reading it out of context. Continue to read it, Kevin.
Oh. Well, now there ain't much context to go to that. If you don't work, you don't eat.
No. Continue to read it, because I'm not a super father scholar, but I've read that one before. I know there's more to it.
Let me put this one down. Yes, the Bible contains the principle most clearly stated in 2 Thessalonians 3:10. The one who is unwilling to work shall not eat. So
now you're going to AI. That's the AI overview. Be honest with it. That's the AI overview that you're reading.
But again,
that's the AI overview that you're reading, Kevin. I've read those before. It's the AI overview that you're reading.
It is the principle. Forget who put it there. The principle is there.
The point that I'm making is that it's been interpreted by AI, Kevin. My thing is, we take the Bible out of context and we want to use it as a whipping tool. I read, Kevin, I got this. I'm an educated person. Yeah. But I just want to say this, Kevin, at the end of the day, treat people the way you want to be treated. If we don't want our grandmamas to be snatched up, our children to be snatched up,
we ain't finna snatch up our grandma. We're not going to snatch up our grandmothers, okay?
Kevin, they snatched up grandmothers and
Well,
grandfathers.
but if
you
you
had one that
came
died
here,
in the custody.
but if you came here illegally, didn't you do it illegally?
Kevin, do you think Trump's folks came here illegally? Do you think the press secretary's future sister-in-law came here illegally?
I don't know.
Do you think Trump's wife came here illegally? No, she didn't. They, you know what? They gave her an Einstein scholarship, Trump's wife.
Okay.
And she came over here as a porn star.
Well, maybe she's smart.
Or a glorified model.
Yeah.
Come on, Kevin.
Maybe she's smart. Listen, I don't have anything to do.
Okay,
if she hadn't been in the White House, we would have never cared anything about it. So I didn't care.
Kevin, what I'm saying is there's a lot of hypocrisy there, and a lot of people are seeing through it.
On both sides, on your side and my side.
Kevin, I agree,
okay.
And I agree without even the facts, because I know that humans, man. Sometimes some men.
I'm gonna ask my preacher tomorrow about this. Don't eat. Because the principle is certainly there. If you do not work, you do not eat. That's why Jesus told people not to take it to them. Let them come get it. So
the Bible does not need any help. Okay. And when you got AI overviews coming in there, I mean, because I read those AI overviews too. You have to study it. Okay?
You act like AI,
but also
let me get this out. You act like AI invented itself. AI is merely a tool that we use by using computers to articulate and to calculate. And all kinds of things. So it still came from a man's brain. It didn't come from AI.
Kevin, like I know, you can manipulate AI and everything. We've seen videos
manipulate people
we've seen videos where you had man talking, and you saw how the lips were moving, and you knew that wasn't the man actually talking.
I got it. Let me grab this break. Because AI is man-made. Dr. Joe.
All right, Kevin.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your brother Marty. I know you all wet because he wee-weed all over you.
Yeah.
All your living room or wherever room you're in, it's all wet.
Yeah.
You're going to have to mop it up. Get your bucket and mop it up. Let's talk about what the Bible says about obeying the laws of the nation.
It does say that.
Doesn't it say that?
It does say that.
So coming into a country illegally, that's just not what you do. That's not what you do. And it does say if you don't work, you don't eat. And I'm proud of you, Kevin, for quoting the Bible verse. See, Marty thinks he's a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he's a Christian and wants to pretend he's a Christian, but he doesn't know the Bible. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And by the way, your brother Joe Reed the other day was wrong about the Constitution says that the Congress can declare war,
right.
But it also, do you know what it says the president can do?
Well, he can
he can make war.
Right. 30. As a matter of fact, the War Powers Act give him the ability, at least for 90 days, without he doesn't have to tell Congress he got 90 days, to get them.
And Biden, Obama, all the way back to Reagan, all of them did strikes, and none of them. Listen, you don't have to have an imminent threat either. And Obama, do you remember what he said? I'm really good at killing people.
Obama said that.
He said that. And I didn't hear Marty wee-weeing about people getting killed in boats over there. I didn't hear your brother Duke wee-weeing about that either. Duke might be the wee-weeer of the year one year. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
But the president has the ability to make war. Congress has the ability to declare war. And they can make strike, and it doesn't. Your brother Joe Reed again. It doesn't matter if it's on land or sea. Obama had a drone strike against a guy, one of them kings or somewhere over there that we were big terrorists that we were trying to. And guess what? A child was sitting right beside him. But you know what they did? They killed him. You know, Obama actually killed an American citizen with one of his drone strikes. Should he be convicted for murder?
Well, considering that was our Nobel Peace Prize winner, but according to what I'm just reading in the Business Insider, he did say that.
He
He did say that. Yeah. In
I know.
2013.
And Marty didn't mind when Obama was shipping them 3 million people out of the country. He didn't mind that, did he?
Yeah. Well,
he didn't mind that a bit.
Yeah.
Because it was a black president and it was a Democrat.
Yeah, yeah.
But when Trump does it, he's
Everybody,
got a wee attack.
yeah.
He needs to get some depends on him. It's what he needs
I tell
to
you,
get.
the nice thing about the internet is that what we are finding out, there is nothing new. Every president has done something that this president is doing now, but without all the hullabaloo that's going. Every last one of them have done something that we didn't know about because we didn't have the internet. We didn't have the internet.
Yeah, and one more thing. I put you a note on your comment board. Why are the Dollar General stores in West Montgomery leaving, Kevin?
Well, I mean, maybe they ain't getting much business.
No, they're getting plenty of business, but guess what they're doing?
What?
The customers are doing.
What they doing?
They're stealing from them.
Okay,
what do you think they're doing?
I mean, it must still have been going on a long time. I mean,
well, hey, Dollar General's been going on a long time too, but they're removing stores because they can't make a profit.
Well, wait a minute, that ain't nothing. Walmart left Tuskegee in the middle of the night.
Well, you know the Walmart over on Ann Street. They used to be open all night.
Yeah. But I just get
Well, what do you think that is?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe brother needs some groceries.
I hadn't heard your brother, Mr. Durham, comment on that either.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't.
And by the way, I've been called the N-word plenty of times.
No.
Does that mean I get to fight people?
Say it ain't so. Why would somebody call you the N-word?
I have no idea, but I hear only people I ever hear. Listen, I didn't hear the N-word for 20 years when I lived in Georgia around white people.
No.
I get back to Alabama, and guess what I hear? And I don't hear it from white people. I hear it from black folks.
Yeah.
When I lived in the hood, I heard it every day.
Well, maybe somebody can say that they were conditioned to use it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm like Charles Barkley. I can use it if I want to.
Yeah.
They can use it.
Yeah.
Free speech. It's free speech, Kevin.
Okay. Well, so
all right.
Appreciate it. So they did. Yeah, Obama did say he was good at killing people. Wow, I didn't know he said that. Yeah, there are a lot of things that people say. I don't know that they said it. So anyway, well, listen, we are. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing that Trump is doing that hasn't been done by other presidents. Not a thing. They all do the same thing. Something about that much power just gets to you. But they all do. If you look far enough back up, even back to 1932, but when 1934, the president then put tariffs on chickens, and the tariffs are still in effect today. 25% tariff on the chicken. So hey, listen. So not only are the chickens giving us eggs and giving us barbecue, they're giving us extra cash because now we're making extra money for each one of them chickens that come over here. Okay. Anyway, if God is good to you, let me see you wave your hand. See, this ain't church, bro. But listen, I believe the good Lord's been good to me, so we got no problem with that. We got no problem with that, brother. Not at all. I ain't ashamed. But if you got it. Anyway, let me leave that alone right quick. That's tomorrow's show. I got Willie Knight coming on tomorrow because we're going to talk about some religious things for a little bit. I want to thank the mayor for coming on yesterday. I want to thank you guys for partaking in this conversation today. I learned so many things doing this show. I learned so many things. I appreciate the education that I get every morning on this show because I never knew that Obama said, I'm good at killing people. And we worry about wait a minute. And we worried about what Trump is doing. Woo! Okay, then. I didn't know never know he said that. I don't know any president ever said that because most of them presidents don't kill nobody. They send us to kill them. They send my sons and your kids and us and young men. They don't ever kill anybody. Okay, at least that we know of anyway. Anyway, time's up. It has been an interesting day. I want to thank you guys for teaching me something new every day. Because obviously, even though I'm brilliant, I can't think of everything. I can't know everything. Oh, so you guys help me out every morning. I appreciate it. Anyway,
Hands raised high in pure.
Just remember this.
Thankful whispers.
I want you to think of this for a second while I get out of here. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens eggs. One more time. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It is what you are made of, not your circumstances. It is what you are made of that will determine what you become. And the word of the day is reminisce. It means to indulge in a process or practice of thinking or telling about past experiences. We reminisce all the time on this show, don't we though? And it is not the falling down that gives us the strength. It is the getting up every time we do. So all I can tell you, keep getting up. And you'll get stronger and stronger each time you do. Camilla said it's a big lie. Well, I just read it, so maybe we looking at two different people. But yeah, but we'll see. Have a good day.
Storms that rage in skies of blue. Each day I wake and I choose you. In every heartbeat, in every prayer. Thankful for life and the love we share.